What's going on, guys? Welcome to the one pager from Ready to Results. I'm so excited about this and so passionate about this because I was in that place a couple of years ago where I was ready to build a business. I was ready to create an income for my family. I was ready, but I was not clear on the steps that I needed to take in order to build that business. And if you're on this one pager right now, then that's exactly what you're here to do. You're here to find those steps. You're here to understand what it takes to build a business. Maybe you've tried over and over and over to build a business and you're still in that place of like, I don't even like, I'm still unsure. I'm still not clear. Well, here I want to get you clear on the exactly what you need to do in order to get the results that you desire, not just from creating a business, but from the business that you are called to create and from the impact that you are called to make. And so first thing that I want to do is I want to jump into this and help you understand how to get the best results from this one pager. Obviously, this may be a little bit different from one pagers that you've seen before, or maybe you've never experienced one. But on this one pager, this is the video that's connected to the one pager, and we're going to get into it. And I'm going to show you kind of around the page so you can better understand how to use this to get the most results out of it. So first thing that I want to make sure is that if you're opening this email and you're still out and about and you're doing other things, you need to make sure that you have time to watch this entire video. And what I mean by that and why I say that is because I am not just talking about something or just giving you a little bit of advice. I'm teaching you the framework of how to build a business. This is not something that you should take lightly. This is something that you should say, like, yes, I'm ready. I have been frustrated. I have been overwhelmed. I have been tired. I have been in the places where I thought that this was going to be, I thought that this last business opportunity was going to be it, but I'm still not to the place that I want to be. And so I'm saying that because I want to make sure that you understand how important it is to get these first steps and to get clear on the results that you want. If you are ready, if you are here and you're ready, make sure that you have the time to invest in this thing so you can get the results that you desire out of it. All right. So as you go through this video, we're going to be talking about 8 different steps. So as we go through the video, I want to make sure that you are taking the time for each step as you learn them, as you go through them, as you process them, to be able to brainstorm, to be able to write down things that you need to write down for each step because they play into the next step. And so when you are able to get the best results, make sure that you're pausing the video. And that way you're able to brainstorm, you're able to take those notes. And that way you can build and stack on top of the information and create that foundation that you need in order to build a business that's perfect for you. And last, I'm going to show you how to bookmark this page. So, because again, this is not something that you're just going to go to for today and then never come back to. No, this is something that's going to be with you as you build your business, get all the way from where you are right now to the other side. This is a framework that's going to be there with you to help you constantly create that clarity that you need in order to have the business that you desire. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. That way um, you can see the page, and also you can make sure that you bookmark it. All right. So on this page, if you go, like for me, I'm on a Mac. And so on the top, on the bar where the web is, there's a star. You can hit that star and you can bookmark this page in order to get back to this page whenever you need this and whenever you need to go back and readjust and reevaluate. Okay. So just wanted to really quickly run through that. All right. So on this left side, this is where the video is going to be, where this picture is from Ready to Results. This is I'm actually creating it now. So this is where the video is going to be. All right, we have the title, and then we have right here basically the 8 different strategies that we're going to walk through, and 8 different concepts that we're going to walk through. All right, then on the right side, these are the questions that you're going to be able to fill in. And I've went ahead and typed out all of my answers so that I'm going to walk through this thing with you. Like, I'm not just going to say, hey, here you go, and then you go about your business. No, I want to walk through this thing with you in order for you to get the best results possible. So I'm going to walk through this and answer the questions as we go. Super excited about that, to be able to walk through this with you. But that is how you do that. And also you can save your changes in the top right corner. And from there, it will basically link it to your email, so you can always come back and, like I said, be able to adjust or to get further clarity, or take what you've already created and build upon that. So I'm super excited about that. And again, I just want to just really build this so that you understand that that the value that you are about to get is from experience. All right. So I'm teaching this from experience, after starting and failing at multiple different even kinds of business. All right. So the first business that I was ever introduced to was a multi-level marketing. Then the second one I wanted to try was social media marketing agency. It didn't work. All right. So then I tried selling t-shirts. It didn't work. I tried to build a YouTube couples channel because I thought that, well, if we get enough subscribers, we can bring income that way. It didn't work. And so I even tried DoorDash. So I even tried making DoorDash my own business, and just really trying to bring in that income. But through all of these failures, through all of these different things that I tried, I learned different things from them. But ultimately, I landed on course creation. All right. So helping people build courses that creates a transformation for the people that they're called to. And so that is what I do now. But this one pager is for you to find out what that thing is for you and to get really clear on what you're called to do. All right. So, on top of building and failing at these different businesses, I also spent thousands of dollars on courses, which again, I'm bringing all of that information and really putting it into this framework so you can get the most out of it, and so that you can cut down on that learning curve and get your results faster, and way faster than I got my results. All right. So, the next thing that I want to do is I want to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story that is how this framework was created. And basically, this story is from the Bible. So if you are offended by the Bible, or if you just don't like the Bible, or you just like you can't even hear stories from it, then that's okay. I understand. This story is not to convert you. This story is not to make you a Christian, but this story is to pull out the principles from this story in order to put it into your life and to create a transformation in your life. All right. So, really quick, this story is about a woman. She just lost her husband. She's a widow and she's in debt. And so, if you have found yourself in a position where maybe you're not deep in debt, but you're at a place where you're seeking something to change, you're seeking another level, you're saying that I want something different, then this story is going to make a lot of sense to you. All right. So, let's read the story. So, a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets cried out to Elisha, saying, your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord. And the creditor is coming to take my two sons to be his slaves. And so basically, this woman that just got widowed, that just became a widow, she's coming to the prophet and saying, like your servant, that's my husband, he is dead. And now the creditors are coming to my house and trying to take my sons and make them into a slave. And so back in that time, whenever you had a debt that you needed to pay back, they would come and get your family and make them their slaves, the creditor's slaves, until they can pay it off. All right. So next she says, or next Elijah says, so Elijah said to her, what shall I do for you? And basically, he's asking, like, what do you want me to do about your situation? All right. And tell me, this is what he said. He said, tell me, what do you have in your house? So he asked her, what do you have at hand? Have you assessed the things that you have that are valuable, that can be valuable to other people? And she said, your maidservant has nothing in the house but a jar of oil. Then he said, go borrow vessels from everywhere, from all your neighbors, empty vessels. All right. So he said, go borrow. Again, this woman is coming to him because she found herself in a position of debt, of saying that there is a debt that's owed and I need to pay it. And he tells her to go and borrow vessels from her neighbors. All right. So he says, do not gather just a few. So he's saying, gather a lot. All right. So the next verse says, and when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons, then pour it into all the vessels and set aside the full ones. So he's talking about the oil. Pour the oil into the vessels, and all the full ones set to the side. So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons, who brought the vessels to her. And she poured it out. Now it came to pass when the vessels were full that she said to her son, bring me another vessel. And he said to her, there is not another vessel. So the oil ceased. Then she came and told the man of God, And he said, go sell the oil and pay your debt, and you and your sons live on the rest. All right, so now we're going to jump into this framework in order for you to build your successful business. Basically, the principles from this story is this is a woman that's seeking something. She's saying, I need help. And the prophet in this story says, go borrow, evaluate your life, see what your gifts are, package it, sell your treasure, pay the debt off, and then live on the rest, live on what's left over, live on the overflow, live on the abundance. And so the principle that we get from this is that you can start from anywhere and you can assess there is something in your life that you have that is going to be valuable to the marketplace. So the first step is to seek a turnaround, seek an opportunity, seek a chance to make a difference in your life. All right. So, like I said, I have already typed my answer out. We will go through mine, and as you go through, as we go through mine, you can go through yours. All right. So, mine, seek a turnaround. So, the question is, what opportunity are you looking for, and why? All right. So, right now in my business, I'm looking to generate more leads for my business so I can have a bigger impact in and on the marketplace. I desire to share these transformational frameworks and these transformational principles and to entrepreneurs so that they can build businesses that transform and impact others. Understanding that serving other people is how you become wealthy. Serving other people is how you build businesses. That's the whole purpose of it. The purpose of business is not necessarily to make a bunch of money. The purpose of business is to serve your neighbor. And as you serve your neighbor, your fortune comes through that. Your fortune doesn't come through being a good person. It doesn't come through having a great smile. It doesn't come through just praying about it. It comes through serving your neighbor. And so the first question, the first step is to even seek a turnaround, to understand and know that you're in a place where you need a change to happen in your life. And like I said, mine is to generate more leads into my business. So the step two is to submit to a teacher. So in the story, we saw that the woman came to Elisha saying that my husband is dead. What do I need to do? That's basically what she's saying. What do I need to do? And he said to her, go and basically what first he said, what do you want me to do about it? Basically, he was saying to her, like, don't you realize that you are enough, that you have enough, that there is something about you that can add value to others? And so, because she may not have understood that, he said, tell me what's in your house. Tell me what's in your hand already. And so the purpose of submitting to a teacher is to find. And so the question I have is, who has the results that you want? Who has the results that you want? Who is already succeeding in the thing that you're trying to succeed in? So this is where you may need to search the internet. You may need to search the market and find somebody that has a course or that has a coaching program that will teach you the business side of building what you're trying to build. And so if that is course creation, that may be me. But if that's building funnels, that may be Russell Brunson. If it's speaking, it may be Eric Thomas. All right. And so there are these different people that you can go to, that you can find, but submit to the teacher. You have to submit to the teacher, basically meaning you have to do what they say. And so what you want to do is find somebody that you trust and do exactly what they say. And so the two teachers that I have right now is Russell Brunson and Myron Golden. All right. So Russell Brunson and Myron Golden are my two teachers. So Russell Brunson are with ClickFunnels. So basically building funnels, generating leads, making sales funnels, squeeze pages, all these different types of things. He is teaching me how to do that. All right. And then Myron Golden, he's teaching me business in general. So the overall business, the how to create an offer and how to make more offers. And so, like, with these two, I feel like this is the package that I need in order for me to build my business where I am right now. So these are the two coaches, and I do what they say. The only reason that I'm even creating this is because I was told to by my coach, by my teacher. And so whatever teacher you find, make sure that you trust them and that you see the results that they're getting, and you duplicate that. You do exactly what they tell you to do, not duplicate, but you model exactly what they're telling you to do. All right. So step three is to see your treasure. And so in the story, he said, go to your house. What do you have in your house? And she said, I have nothing. I have nothing but a pot of oil. And so there is something in you. There is something that you have that you've been through the and I categorize these things in three different ways. All right. So you either have a gift, you have a service, or you have a strategy that can impact the people that you're called to. And so your gift and your talents, they ultimately combined with either a service or a strategy. So what service can you give to the marketplace that will add value to people's life? For instance, if you were a maid and you or you were really good at cleaning, maybe that was your skill or your gift, and you just love to be organized and have everything organized. That could be your skill, but the service is to be a maid or to be a nanny, to be that's how you serve people. Well, that would be your service. All right. So that could be the thing that you're called to do, or that could be the business that you're called to. All right. But also strategy. So, what if you have this mindset of operations, of understanding how to build systems and operations in order for others to do something? All right. So maybe you have already built a business. Maybe you already have the results that you desire, and other people desire the results. And you're like, how do I package this? How do I use what I know in order to provide value to other people? Well, that's exactly how you do it. All right. So number three, my treasure, the treasure that I seek, I have a gift in communication, and I desire to serve with through content creation. So this is my answer. So the skill of communication and the strategy for creating a transformation in the lives of people through course creation. So what skill, service, and strategy can you use to serve others? Again, getting clear on this allows you to position yourself as the go-to person for that thing. All right. So there's a lot that goes into that, with finding that ideal client, with understanding their pain points and understanding what they need in order to get the result that they desire. But ultimately, what is that skill, that service, or that strategy that you can provide for people in order to to get them to that level? All right. Next is step four is select your team. So who do you need on your team? So for this, in the story, she had her two sons. That's all she had. She just had her two sons and herself. But maybe that's all you need. Maybe you are married. Maybe you have a wife and kids like I do. Well, my wife is my biggest support. She's the one that makes sure all the content is correct. Make sure all my copy looks good. But she's also that person that makes sure that I finish through to the end. So who can you have on your team that ultimately help you build the business that you desire to create? All right. So for me, just making sure that you surround yourself with people that are strong in the things that you may be weak in, or the things that you just don't desire to do. All right. So what I have is someone to run my social media. That's ultimately the person that I need right now in my business, is somebody to do all the creating and to ultimately get all of that done, so I don't have to do it, and I can just build the courses, I can just create the content, and I can do that part. That way I'm focused on what I'm gifted in, and they can do and create the things that I'm not necessarily wanting to do, and that they may love doing. Though that may be a service, again, someone to run my social media, that may be somebody else's gift or somebody else's service. And so, with that being their gift and service, they have just created, they just positioned themselves in order for me to pay them for doing what they are trying to do or trying to build. All right, so it's that is how it works. So let's go ahead and move on to step five, is to systemize your task. All right. So, who is responsible for what in your business? Again, if you are just starting out, you may be the only person in your business. So, you have to understand, not just systemize it, but understand what those tasks are. All right. So, for step five, this is what I said. So, I create content and courses that create transformation. My wife, for instance, my wife, she checks the content and makes sure it makes sense and presents the message that I desire to present. All right. So making sure that whatever message I'm trying to get across, that it actually comes across, and she can recognize it in the content and in the message that I'm presenting. All right. So that's just a very simple answer for this. But ultimately, to systemize my task is to hire someone to do the different things in the business that ultimately allows me to work in my gift and in the thing that I'm called to do, and them to work in their gift and the thing that they're called to do. And we work as a team in order to build and to produce the value and the message of what the business stands for and the service that it offers. All right. So, number six is to sell your treasure. How will you sell what you have? And so this could be through different applications. This could be through basically a service, that application that already exists. Maybe if, especially if it's online, there may be a application that's already online that you can plug into in order to sell your service. So this could be e-commerce. So whether you drop shipping, or you are creating courses, or you are creating a podcast, or you are doing videos, that's YouTube. So there are so many different applications that you can use. So for you, it is identifying and getting very clear on the application that you need to use in order to position yourself in a position to sell your treasure or to sell your product or service. All right. So the two biggest applications that I use in order to position myself to sell my treasure is Kajabi and ClickFunnels. So Kajabi is a platform that allows me to host my courses there. So all the courses that I build is on Kajabi, but it has a lot of other valuable things like emailing and creating funnels, and also following up, and even my coaching, the coaching side of my business, I'm able to do through Kajabi. And so it just has so many different aspects of it that helps me and allows me to position myself to sell my treasure. And on the other hand, ClickFunnels is really allowing me to dig deep into what it means to have a funnel and what funnels are for and the best way to build them. All right. So this is lead funnels. This is for upsells. This is products. This is bump offers. This is squeeze pages. This is if I need a funnel for a webinar, and so forth and so on. So these are the two applications that I use in order to position myself to sell my treasure. All right. Step number 7 is to settle your tributes. All right. So basically, what debt should you attack first? So after you just start generating that income. Now, again, if you are not here yet, you can watch through the rest of the video, but understand that this is where you would need to come back ultimately to make sure that you are clear and that you understand what is the first thing that I need to attack when I start generating more income than my bills are. All right. So what debt do I need to attack first when I get to that? All right. So my answer was very simple. It's business debt. So whatever debt I accumulate as I build my business, I want to make sure that I pay that off and keep my business in good standing. All right. So finally, step 8, this is sustain your turnaround. So sustain your turnaround, sustain that business that you just created. Ultimately, this is building the system in order to keep to continue generating the income that you desire. So how will you sustain your results? So getting very clear on what that is. All right. So for me, copy this. So for me, it's generate leads for my dream customer so they can find me and I can serve them through courses and coaching. The way that I'm choosing to sustain my income, to sustain and grow my income, is by through continually generating leads of my dream customer, of the people that I desire to work with and that they desire to work with me, in order to add value to them through coaching and through the courses that I create. And so this is how I plan to sustain that turnaround. This is how I plan to sustain everything that I'm building. All right. So at the end, on here, you have a to-do list. So this is just again to help you best understand, or to help you best get through every single part of this one pager, but also make sure that you're getting the results that you desire and you are clear on the exact steps that you need to take in each part of this one pager. And finally, I have some resources for you, and I have to update this, but I have some resources for you. And it's going to be the Make More Offers Challenge and also a 30-day trial run to ClickFunnels. All right. So the Make More Offers Challenge is from my coach, Myron Golden. He's the one that taught me about making more offers and the offers that I need to make in order to build a business. And then with ClickFunnels, being able to build my business through ClickFunnels or through creating funnels. That's why I'm offering the 30-day trial, and it comes with so much more. It comes with the teachings. It comes with the coaching. It comes with books and different things in order to equip you to be and to create the business that you ultimately desire. So I hope that this has been impactful for you. I hope that you're able to go through this one pager and truly be clear on the business that you desire to create, and you get the results that you desire, and you create the results that that other people desire from the business that you're creating. All right. So can't wait to see you on the other side. Congratulations through making it through this one pager. And I just hope that everything that you do becomes prosperous, and that you create the business, not just a good business, but the business that's right for you.